Three, 2, 1, and we're live. Arne Haugland, welcome to the Extreme Sport Week podcast.
Thank you, man.
You're the first guest out, so this is a new thing for the both of us and for all of you guys at home too. In this podcast, we're going to meet a lot of cool athletes and people from Voss and people who have a lot of things to do with Veko or doing some extreme sports or volunteering or doing safety and whatever. And today we have a pretty cool guest. We have Arne Haugland, also known as the ice swimmer from Svalbard. You can talk a little bit about that first, and then we'll go back into your life story afterwards.
So first, ice swimming. I started when I was at Svalbard. I moved up there in January. And I've always been happy about being in the water. That's my kind of element. And since there's ice up there from January or from December actually until April, there was only one thing to do, and that was to go in the ice.
Yeah, but you didn't just jump in the water. You actually made a hole in the ice, and then you made another hole in the ice a couple of meters further away. And then you jumped in, and then you went under the ice, completely disappearing, and then you came up on the other side, like a walrus or a seal or something like that. What actually went through your mind when you thought about doing that?
The first time, it was I was a little bit excited, but as soon as you're under the water, for me, I just take a half a second, relax, and I feel like I'm completely out of my body with my soul. It's just relaxing. And for a second there, I was just, amazing feeling. And then I had to start looking for the hole to go up.
But how hard is it? Okay, this is going to sound really stupid. But how hard is it to find the hole, Arne Haugland?
You don't make two holes and go from one side to the other the first time. You don't do that.
Okay.
First, you have to find out what to look for. Because the hole depends on its fresh water or salt water. It depends on if it's dark or light, the hole.
Yeah.
So you have to go down, be comfortable under the ice, and then, see how it looks from
But what does it actually look like when you look for the spot where you're going up?
It looks exactly the same on saltwater ice. Because on the saltwater, it's a lot of air in the ice.
Yeah.
So the hole looks pretty much the same.
Yeah.
It's a little bit darker.
Mm. So, and how cold was it outside when you went for the swim?
I think the one you're referring to is when I was running on the ice flakes and then went down.
Yeah.
In the air, it was about -12.
-12. All right, so for you guys at home, this is the clip that we're talking about. We're going to play it right here, right now. And after you did this, you posted it on, was it Instagram first?
I have never posted it on Instagram, actually.
Where'd you post it?
On TikTok.
You posted it on TikTok first?
So I haven't posted it on Instagram yet.
Really? Okay, so tell me the story, because for some reason, people really like you people really like you seeing, fuck, this is hard.
It's not only me.
Okay. For some reason, people really like seeing you swimming in cold water. And how many people have seen that clip you posted?
On my TikTok, it's about 18.5 million views. In total, it's past 250 million plus some news.
250 million views.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine how big that was going to be?
Not at all.
But before all this, before you started swimming in the ice in Svalbard, you were a death diver, a dødsar, which we say in Norway. And how did you even start with this water activities you're doing?
I think I've been in the water all my life. My parents has a boat, so we've been every single summer since I was born on the boat. And my first cliff jumping experience was when I was 3 years old. I was standing on the springboard on 3.5 meters And one guy came to my mother and was like, "Is that your kid?" And she turned around and was like, "Yeah, it is."
Uh-oh.
And she yelled like, "Oh, no, get back in." It's like, "No, I'm going to jump." And I waved and then I jumped. So that's
how old were you?
3.
3, yeah, perfect.
It is. So since then, I've been jumping from cliffs all over the West Coast. And the death diving started in 2012. Yeah. I did watch it on the television, and I'm like, that looks cool. I've been doing that a lot. So we hosted a small competition in Oos, and in 2013, I went to the World Championship.
Yeah.
Did pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I think I ended at 6 or something first, and since then, I've been competing every single year.
Nice. Okay, so for the people at home who don't know what Døds or death diving is, give them a small crash course in what you guys actually are doing.
It's all about owning the air and show off. It's supposed to be from 10 meters. Nowadays, a lot of people starts from 3, 5, 7 and go up to 10. And we have pushed it we passed 20 for a couple of years ago. Now the highest one is 28. That's insane.
Wait. The highest death dive in the world, someone has done 28 meters.
28.
Yeah, because the difference here is this is not cliff diving. This is death diving.
The thing is, you run out, or when you have a really high, you stand still.
Yeah.
You run out and you have your belly down against the surface as long as possible. So when you're about a couple of meters from the water, you tuck in like a shrimp or with your elbows, knees. For me, I use my knees and elbow the most.
Yeah.
But, the big thing is to go with your belly as close as possible to the water. So it's supposed to look like a belly flop.
But not supposed to be a belly flop.
Not at all.
Okay, so I think this is a natural place to ask, did you ever fuck up and do a really hard belly flop? And from what height?
I've done almost a straight belly flop from 10. I think that was pretty flat. That one didn't go that bad. It was just, I was sore and I was red, but I had to struggle for a couple of seconds to get my breath back. But that didn't go that bad. I had one from, 20-something, where we're filming, and I had a drone in the air, and the drone came too close, so I had to turn away from it, and go back, so I didn't want to go on my back. So I went all the way back, and I landed not good. So I had one night at the hospital.
Yeah, but you survived.
Yeah, I'm here.
So you've been doing death diving for almost 9 years now?
Yeah, 8.
Yeah. How does your body feel today?
That was good.
That was good.
That was good.
But now it's been a couple of months since the summer.
Yeah. After every summer, a little bit sore, tired, but this summer it went good all the way to the day after the World Championship, the final.
So what happened the day after the championships?
Me and Lasse Styrvold, we're driving back from Oslo to Bergen, and we came to Gol. There's a bridge there that's, I think it's 18 meters. It's pretty cool. It looks amazing, and I never done 720 when standing still.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Change up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was standing still, and my rotation went a little bit too fast, so I went 900, and that's a backflop.
Oh.
So I had a backflop from 18.
And
that's my first this season that actually went bad.
I remember I was watching Instagram stories, and I came to your feed, and then I saw you guys with this insane bridge. Now, for some reason, I got a strange feeling when watching it, because there was only one clip, and that was you guys in the car looking at the bridge, and then there was no more things coming out that day. And I was like, well, it's the day after the World Championship in death diving, and he's probably tired. He probably shouldn't have done that. or went to that bridge. But I don't want to tell people what to do or not. So I didn't send you a message, but I was like, oh, this is not a good idea. So what happened? Did you go to the hospital then?
No.
Did you do cough up blood or anything?
No, actually, not this time.
Oh,
I was
lucky.
a little
Knock
bit,
on wood.
Yeah, I was blue and red, but nothing more.
Yeah.
So
okay, so this all of these crazy stunts you do with water, how do you guys keep safe while doing all this extreme activities?
we never do it alone. There's always more people. Most of the time, we have people in the water. When it's cold, we're not laying in the water. We're standing on the edge, ready to jump in.
Yeah.
So we always have people ready to jump or actually being in the water.
Yeah. Nice. So has there been any like really bad incidents that you know of?
No. Well, I think the worst one was Toad.
No, I was supposed to say Trygve.
No. Trygve, that was bad, but it wasn't that bad. He also had some blood in the lung and some ribs.
Yeah.
But Toad broke 3 bones in the face.
In the face?
Yeah.
In the face?
In the face! Yeah. I could be more dramatic about that one.
Yeah.
But not boring. It's pretty awesome. No, it's not. He had one under the eye and the nose and something inside.
Oh, fuck. Yeah,
and
that's not good.
It was pretty funny the day because when he was out of the hospital, the face looked like it went like a... Yeah. It was just so wrong because one side was so big and the other one was so small.
Mm. Whew. Yeah, it sounds crazy. But if you want to learn how to death dive, then you can hit up on Instagram. Yeah, I think you're ready to have some students next season, right?
I was thinking about the Arne's Dødsskole.
Oh, yeah. That's also a fun thing. If you go to YouTube and type in Arnes Dødsskole, we'll leave a link in the description below. There you can see Arne and Swedish YouTuber... what's his name again? Junteboy. Yeah. Junta, sorry for forgetting your name. It's been a while since we met.
I'm never going to forget that.
Okay, so last year, me, Arne, and Junta, we went on a road trip with the Bula van from Norway to Sweden, where Arne and Junta were supposed to do the World Championship death diving, right?
The Swedish.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. And then Junta is sort of like the Swedish jackass guy. Which just before we arrived in Sweden, he had posted a video where he hit himself in the leg over 100 times with different objects to create the world's biggest bruise on his thigh.
How stupid can you be?
Yeah, and he also shot his tongue with a paintball gun. And I'll try to show the videos. They're probably going to be here somewhere. So when we were supposed to do death diving, we had a crazy thought that.
That was a good idea.
It was a good idea initially, but then we decided to go for gasoline, and that was not a good idea. Because
that was a mistake.
Yeah, what we're supposed to do, we were going to have Junta death dive from a bridge while he was on fire. Because in our heads, that looked really cool.
It was cool.
And it looks amazing.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
The clip when he's going down completely in fire... That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's like a modern day Evel Knievel crazy stunt, and it's so much fun. But the thing is that we did wrong because we went to a gas station, filled like gasoline in a smoothie glass, and then we took it in our backpack and went to go. So what we did, we tied a towel around his neck. But the thing we did, we stuffed the towel inside his shorts on his back. So what happened when Arne poured on the gasoline? Junta, of course, said, "Ja, ta lite mera," which means put on some more in Swedish. And he was like, okay. So then he went like, oops. And then all the gasoline like soaked into the towel and went all the way down to his lower back.
And also, it went through the towel into his back.
Yeah. So we lit him on fire and he said, okay, fuck it, then I'm jumping. And when he jumped, you can see the final seconds before he lands, he turned this into a complete fireball, like all the way covered in fire. And we were we were like, yeah, this is amazing. But he was swimming like slowly around in the water, like, oh, and we're like, Junta, are you good? He's like, I'm not sure. Jag vet inte. It's hurting a lot. We're like, do we need to go to the hospital? He's like, I think so. And then he was laying in the water trying to like cool off for a while. And then we finally took him to the hospital, which he, of course, has been to a lot of times because he's done so many crazy things.
I've never seen Junta in that pain. Never.
No, he was hurting a lot. Poor guy.
He's screaming a lot and a lot of pain, but this was like real pain.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was bad. And then we came to the hospital, and then Junta was, I think he was a bit embarrassed because they're like, yeah, he comes in there with a fire injury, and other people out there hurt because of like legitimate reasons. But then we have this moron coming in, which had his friends lighting him on fire and then throw him off a bridge. So he's like telling the doctors, yeah, I lit myself on fire and jumped from 50 meters. They're like, what? Don't ever do that again. No, sorry, I won't.
Well, Junta, if you see this, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to put you on fire.
I mean,
I'm never going to do that with somebody else.
No. We hope that nobody home repeats that stunt because
don't try it.
Yeah, don't try it. I mean, I've lit people on fire before. The one guy in my breakdance crew lit his feet on fire, but then he had like a professional stuntman suit, which was made for being put on fire. Junta had his skin that we put on fire, and yeah, okay. So we're not gonna
basically don't do that at home.
Yeah, don't do that at home. Okay. Yeah, so we covered death diving, but you do so much more. And one of the things I know you through are skydiving. I remember I've been working also as a photographer for Bula for many years, and I remember one summer this guy named Arne started skydiving a lot of retro Bula clothing, and I was like, wow, this guy looks cool, and we started talking on Instagram and like, yeah, we should do a jump together soon. And I think after the first jump we did together, we've been hanging a lot more out together.
Yeah, definitely.
And I really appreciate that. So tell me how you got into skydiving and what you're doing with your skydiving now.
For me, it started also in 2012. I had a discussion with my friend Mons, and we did discuss about, should we do some skydiving? And my cousin just went on a course. I was like, fuck it, we're going to do it. So 2013, I went on a course in Bergen. And I didn't jump that much in the beginning because Bergen, you don't jump that much. So we have to go to Voss. And I had a lot of activities. And I had the handball, the football, everything. So I didn't have that much time. But the same year I met you, I started jumping a lot more.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the reasons, because I started to get the joy back. Yeah. Like the real joy. And then now I'm an instructor, so hopefully I can take that a little bit longer and take more students and have more fun, because one of the best things about skydiving is see the smile on people you jump with and have fun. At least for me, it's all about the fun, having good times with your friends, and to jump with new people and get them to try something new. Take the student to do something their first time and see the smile. It's just amazing. I love that feeling.
Yeah, and the thing about when we jump together is that we have usually no plan at all.
No, that's not right. We have a plan, but we fuck it up.
Yeah, that might be the case. But for me as a person, I always try to be as good as I can in everything I do. And sometimes it's hard for me to let go and just like have fun, because I'm always thinking about, I wanna learn this. I should be in better shape while doing the tracking, or whatever I do. I really try to be the best. But when I'm with you, because you're always smiling, then that reflects back on me, and then I'm just like having so much fun when we jump together. And I remember that I think the coolest skydive I've ever done was me, you, and James Woodsy.
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so Woodsy, if you're hearing this, that was a legendary jump. It was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. we're at the EKSTREMSPORTVEKO, of course, and we had a heli boogie, which means we have a helicopter coming all day, all morning, to pick us up and drop us over Vangen, which is pretty much over Voss city center. And Woodsy, it was his first. No. Sorry, this wasn't.
That wasn't the heli jumping. No.
In the morning, we went heli jumping, which
the
was
fun
pretty
jump
cool.
Was at Bumwan.
Yes, I remember now because I was so happy for Woodsy because he was so happy about jumping the helicopter for the first time. He had this like euphoric feeling, and. Okay, the difference between jumping a helicopter in skydiving and jumping an airplane is that the airplane you're jumping out of is moving in like, I don't know
70,
how many.
80 miles.
Yeah, 70, 80 miles an hour. So what you're actually doing is you're jumping into the wind, and then the onward wind takes off, and then you go into falling and then meeting the wind. So you hit like the, what's it called? When you can't fall any faster. Right.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. If you're a pro skydiver, you know what this term is, but you're falling around 200 kilometers an hour, and that's where you have enough wind surface that you actually can fly and move your body, right? So while you're jumping from a helicopter, there's no wind. There's no nothing. You have a lot of noise from the rotors upstairs, but there's no wind. So once you jump, you have nothing. It's just like... So you really feel it in your stomach. And Woodsy was so stoked when he landed. And we were like, oh, yeah, should we just head straight to the drop zone and do a skydive together? Yeah, let's do that. So now the story comes. So because Arne, he's a more experienced skydiver than me. And then he was like, yeah, we should do, what's it called?
The horny gorilla, I think.
The horny gorilla. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to ask a skydiver that comes on a podcast why it's actually called the horny gorilla, because I have no clue.
I don't have any clue.
It doesn't look anything like a gorilla.
I think it's just because you bounce your chest.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the only thing.
Yeah. So
there's nothing else for me, at least.
Yeah. So then we sort of like lock our three pair of legs together, and then we jump out, and then we lay on our back and just chill. So we were chilling, like sitting in a sofa, the three of us looking at each other. It was so stoked. We were like screaming and like, yeah, fuck, we actually made it. Because I think we were so happy because it was the first time we actually made a plan and made it work.
Yeah. I think for now it's the only jump we have that's gone as we planned.
Yeah.
I think that's bad because we have a lot of jump now.
We have a lot of jumps. And yeah, so Woodsy was so stoked, and I was so stoked, and we were landing, screaming with joy, and I think that's what makes me at least continue skydiving, because I know that my personal focus is becoming a really good photographer and also work as a breakdancer. But so skydiving is a hobby to me, but for some reason I always take my hobbies too seriously. But now that we have so much fun jumping, and it takes the pressure off me having to learn that much. It's just like jumping and having fun, which I think 90% of skydiving is all about.
For me, it is.
Yeah.
I think we have a little bit different angle to attack the hobbies.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's all about the fun in it. I want to have fun. How good can I be by doing it for fun?
Yeah.
So everything I do is just for fun. I want to challenge myself, but at the same time, I want to have the joy in it. I want just smiling, have fun, enjoy.
Yeah, I can see that because you're always smiling.
Yeah,
but tell me, but you're not only smiling while you're jumping. You're always a nice guy. Every time someone sees your face or mentions your name, they know you have a smile coming for them. So how do you stay so happy?
I don't know. I feel good about myself.
Yeah.
I don't look back at things that went wrong. I'm just looking for the next opportunity to have fun and do something good about it. My life, but the surroundings, everything around me. So for me, it's just about doing something good. And if something bad happens, okay, shit, it happens, but it's time to look forward, not backwards.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good philosophy.
As long as you look forward, it's always something good to look for.
Yeah. So when we're talking about joy, one of the things that gives me the most joy, and it sounds cliche to say it here on the Veko podcast, but one of the things I always look forward to every year is that 1 week in the end of June.
you can do whatever you do about my life, but you don't fuck with that week.
Yeah.
I had a job interview and I got the job at Svalbard. And one of the first things I said, I'm going to have a week off, 10 days, that Friday until the Sunday.
Yeah.
That week. You can take the Christmas, you can take everything. Don't mess with EKSTREMSPORTVEKO.
But what is it that make EKSTREMSPORTVEKO so special?
For me, it's the good vibes, it's the friendship, it's all the activities. It's 1 week with an amazing atmosphere and the opportunity to do a lot of new things and test myself. What can I do? How can I do it? And yeah, meet new people. I think I made a lot of good friendships on EKSTREMSPORTVEKO.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It's so many nice people, and you have the parties on the night, and then all day I'm just doing what I'm love to do. It could be everything from just go for a skydive or just swimming in the river. You have everything up there.
What's strange, I rarely see you at Veko. You're always out and about doing stuff, and then you're calling me, hey, can you open the car? I need my longboard. And then you take off, and then I see you at the prize ceremony. Then you won a competition, and then the next day you're like jumping in the room to get your clothes, and then you're jumping out again. So like when the week is over, you're like, nice meeting you. I was like, yeah, did I actually meet you?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. But so we have to talk about this because you're not only a skydiver and a death diver and an awesome athlete, but you're also among the few people in the world who is an honorable citizen of Voss.
Yes.
And what does that mean?
The honorable citizen of Voss is a overall competition. The one that gets the most points, and that you get points to compete in every single competition up there. And then, of course, if you get the first position, you get more points than the second, and so go on. So I was competing in, I think it was 12
competitions
last year.
And that's 12 different sports.
Yeah. It's some of the same, but you have the diving and death diving, and then you have climbing, bouldering, longboarding, whitewater kayaking, riverboarding.
Wait. You did whitewater kayaking.
Yeah. Okay. Last year I did pretty much all I managed to do in 1 week. Sorry. And I didn't go for any of the bike downhill or anything. I didn't go that one. I would love to do that because that's really fun. I'm doing that once a year.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Every single time with the damage. But yeah, I tried whitewater kayaking 1 hour with Doug in 2018. And to win the competition, I had a guy from Brazil that was doing a lot of sports. So I saw on the schedule, okay, whitewater kayaking, that's possible. So I signed up for the head-to-head whitewater kayaking.
Yeah.
I didn't go that well.
So what happened?
I went down.
Did you go under?
No, it was not that much water in the river, so it was okay. But I think I ended last.
Yeah. But you finished.
I finished. I went to the finish line.
Oh man, I think it's so crazy that you actually just throw yourself into things and manage to. For some reason, there must be some like extreme sport god up there that's like Arne Haugland. He's gonna finish no matter what, because whitewater rafting is one thing, but the thing I think is the most crazy thing you did, and I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
And, so that is you showed up at the starting line.
I can stop you there. I can take the whole thing
Okay.
because I started up with get food poisoning that night.
Yeah.
So I didn't sleep for more than a couple of hours. I was puking a lot. So 7 o'clock in the morning, we went skydiving.
Yep.
By the helicopter. Then we went to some filming with Bula on the motocross or something.
Yeah, right.
And then I had to go to a meeting. That was not the plan. So here was my plan ruined. I had to go to a meeting for something called Vossakega.
Yeah. Which is also another competition that you were supposed to be in.
Yeah. So they had like a athlete meeting before this. And I had one yogurt and one Red Bull on the way there. And that meeting took a little bit of time. So that took all my practice time. So from there on, I ran to the car, went straight to Skydiving for the longboarding competition.
Oh my God.
Oh, I have never been longboarding downwards before. I've just been on a flat ground.
Yeah.
So my plan was to go there for 1 hour and get somebody to teach me how to do that. How to go down, how to do a turn, and how to stop. So I had a crash course in 5 minutes. And then I was supposed to try one turn before the start line. I was there 15 minutes before. I got the suit, I got the board, I got somebody to teach me the techniques, standing still, of course. So I tried one turn before the start. I set my board into some people sitting in the turn, and then, I was ready.
So what you actually did that you showed up 15 minutes before your first longboarding competition with no experience riding downhill longboarding, with no knowledge of how to even stop. Nope. And you're thinking, I'm just going to try one turn to see how it feels.
I ended up...
But you also didn't have any clothes, right?
No.
You probably, if I know you right, you showed up in a swimming shorts and a t-shirt.
No, I had a t-shirt and jeans because I was thinking, okay, use my jeans. If I fall, that's better. I got a suit from one guy there. Awesome guy, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, but he was awesome.
Yeah. So then you got a leather suit and a helmet.
That helps a lot.
Okay. So then the start shot goes off, and what happens?
I started like braking with my foot all the way, and I'm a little bit warm. I started, it's going good. And if anybody has been to Skydiving, that's a long way down to the first turn.
Yeah.
And a little bit before the first turn, I was starting to think, I can do this. So I put my foot up on the board again, and the turn went pretty good.
Yeah.
At least it felt good. But the thing is, when I was out of the turn, I had a lot of speed. And I have no idea how to stop. So as soon as I put one foot on the ground to try to stop a little bit, the board will start wobbling, and I went straight out of the road, and
oh my God.
Tumble a little bit, and it was a long way down after that.
Yeah. Did you get scared then? Were you like, oh shit, I need to slow down?
Because it's steeper, the next part. So.
Yeah. Did you have the gloves with the hockey pucks on as well?
Yeah. But I didn't make it down because I was something between scared and
being really stiff.
Yep. And tired.
Yeah.
Because this was not the start of the week.
No, this is midweek, right?
No, it's the end of the week.
End week.
Yeah, I think it was Friday. Thursday or Friday.
Yeah. So you actually just threw yourself in the
actually it was Saturday because I went to Vossakriga after that. And I met you.
Yeah, and when I met you there, so Vossakriga is like a obstacle course race that we have during Veko, which is like to find the toughest guy in Voss, toughest guy or girl in Voss. And it's a pretty hard competition. And Arne is not a small guy; he's a big guy with a lot of muscle on him. And I know he goes hard when he does something.
I'm still with one yogurt and 2 Red Bull that day, and a few food poisoning.
Yeah, so that is not a lot of fuel for a big man. So when I met Arne, I was filming something down at the festival area, and then I saw Arne. I mean, the lights were on. There was nobody home. I was like, "Hey, what's up, Arne?" He was like, "Hey." I'm like, "Are you okay? Do you need anything?" "Yeah, I just Vossakriga." I was like, "Okay, we need to get you some water." And then you got some water, and I think we got you a chocolate or something. And then we're like, "Okay, I gotta go. I got a good accuracy landing or something." I was like, "Okay, this is So that's you in a nutshell. But
it was fun.
Yeah, and
I mean, an amazing time.
Yeah, so you actually won points in 12 different sports and accumulated enough to become the citizen of Voss.
Yes.
And I remember you talking about that before the week. You're like, "I'm not sure what I'm gonna do this year. but I really want to try to become the citizen of Voss. And I'm like, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough because there's a lot of people, a lot of competition. And I also wanted to hang out with you. So I was like, no, I hope he doesn't do that. But I was so happy when I saw you on that stage. You were like, and honorable citizen of Voss, Arne Haugland, the crowd goes wild. And you're like, oh, I'm so tired. You almost crawled up on stage. Oh, and that time...
It was better the first time I was on the stage.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. Okay, so what projects are you doing these days?
Nowadays, it's not that much project now. It's mostly work. I need to get some money as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of work these days. But the winter, it's going to be a lot of project. It's, of course, going to be some ice swimming.
Yeah.
There's some plans about snow, water, and some with ice and water. I'm not going to say everything.
Yeah.
We're going to keep something secret. But it's going to be pretty cool. And, of course, I'm going to go under the ice again.
Yeah. With the scuba gear on, right?
No.
Woo! Okay, so let's just cross our fingers that Arne finds the hole once again.
I almost find it every time.
Yeah, almost. Okay, so tell me, because you told me a pretty scary story about the hole you were trying to get up. And
that's a secret story, man.
Oh, not anymore. Not anymore. You need to share some of your awesome secrets because that was making me freak the fuck out.
Yeah. I went for, I think it was about 13, 14 meters.
Under the ice.
Yeah, I did make 3 holes.
Yeah.
So I went from one side to the other, and that was okay. And later that day, this point is about minus 10 degrees up in Svalbard. So it's like a half a centimeters, 0.3 small ice on the hole.
Yeah.
So I'd make a new, the hole, one hole, I just remove the ice. Sorry.
Wait a minute.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I make the hole again on the one, remove the ice on the one I'm jumping in.
Yeah.
But I think the ice was so thin that I was like, okay, I'm gonna see it anyway, and it's no problem to go up there. So I have people on land, and everything is okay, and I'm jumping in one and swimming, and what I'm thinking is the hole. I go up and push. I was like, oh shit, there's ice. Okay, I'm just gonna hit through it, and then I'm trying to hit it.
Yeah.
But that's 15 centimeters of ice. I missed the hole by, I think it was about 1.5 meters. And then I have like a 2 second of panic.
Yeah. And what was going through your mind then?
Where the fuck is that hole? What the fuck do I do now? And then just pushed me down a meter and then started looking for a hole. It's like, okay, I have 2 backup plans. The one is to go all the way
back
into land and then use my feet to just push up the ice flakes.
Yeah.
That's one. Or go all the way the other side to the outside of the harbor.
Yeah.
But that's like 20 meters.
Yeah, and remember, for you guys listening here, this is actually in Svalbard. The temperature in the water is
about 0 to minus 0.5.
Yeah.
So just below.
Yeah, and you're also talking about going down a meter, looking up. And for those of us who've been swimming underwater, you can't see clear. It's pretty hard to see clear. It's like blurry. It's like when you have a camera, it's not focused. And then you're in panic mode. You can't find the ice hole you're going out of. It's freezing cold. You're already swimming 12 to 14 meters under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, I had 2 seconds with panic. And then I just pushed down. I was like, okay, where is it? And then I found what I was thinking was the hole. Yeah. But I wasn't that. And my first backup plan was a hole, I think, 3, 4, 5 meters on the side. It's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And as soon as I see that hole, my backup plan, number one, that was if I'm underneath the ice for a certain amount of time, they were supposed to push down a pole.
Yeah.
Because the sun was coming, so I will see that pole.
Yeah.
Really easy on the ice.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw the hole, I say the pole come down. Then I realized, okay, I've been under the ice for a while, but I know how to get up.
Whew. And how did you find? Was it the pole that saved you up there?
I saw the hole the same time the pole came.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing for me that my plan was working.
Yeah. Right. And that was crazy because I've asked you about this story before. And you told me like, yeah, so if I've been down for like 10, 12 seconds, you just put a stick down in the hole.
15 seconds, and then they walk out on the ice and put it down. So it's supposed to be like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Shit. How long can you hold your breath?
On 5 meters, just lying still on the pool, 2 minutes. So not that long.
Well, it's pretty long. I think for a normal person, 2 minutes is pretty good.
Yeah, a little bit warm up, and then 2 minutes, it's okay.
Yeah. We should talk to Martin Christensen. He's pretty good at holding his breath.
7 minutes or something?
Yeah, that's insane.
That's crazy.
But I want to have him on the podcast. He does a lot of amazing things. And I'm seeing his stories. Shout out to Martin Christensen. I see your stories, and I see your swimming in the melted ice waters up in the rivers in Voss. And it's not like once a week. I think it's every day. He's going hard with that. So respect to him. And I see that he gets more people to follow him. So maybe it's like the Wim Hof of Voss.
Yeah.
Wim Voss.
Martin Christiansen, right?
Yeah, the Danish skydiver.
Send me a message and I will join you.
Yeah, he also has some amazing freediving videos from Raundalselva.
I love that river.
Oh man, it is that's a hidden gem. Like Raundalselva, people usually go there to go rafting or kayaking. But what's underneath that, when the water is pretty low level, when you can just... It seems like there's a tropical paradise under...
Especially the meltwater. It's so clear. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, so I've seen also Martin and Klaus Finne. They have had some really nice swims there. Yeah. So that's my goal for next year. Learn how to hold my breath more, and then...
I got my gear. Do you?
Oh, man. I was talking to you about that,
actually.
Yeah,
and then I went to the shop and bought it.
Yeah, without telling me.
I did tell you. Actually, I did.
Afterwards.
So the shop is up over there. I can see it from here.
All right, I'll go get it soon. So you do a lot of extreme stuff, and you never seem scared. But what scares you? What are you afraid of?
Babies. I don't know. It's just they don't do anything. It's just like a sore little thing that's just, I don't know. That makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. So someone, you'd rather jump off a cliff than someone giving you a baby.
Yeah. Anytime. Death dive from 20 meters anytime before holding a kid.
Oh my God. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
I don't know why, but...
So you don't have any plans for kids anytime soon?
I don't have a girlfriend, so no plans.
Ladies, if you want a guy that's barely home and out doing a lot of crazy things, then this is your guy.
You're selling me out really good.
Yeah, I am. But
sorry.
I think you're a pretty good boyfriend material because you don't like spending time indoors. No, you told me once that if someone wants you on a date and they're like, yeah, I want to come watch a movie, you're like, I'm going to find an excuse to not come. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to give her another chance. And then she still wants to go for a movie or want to go eat. But you're like, I can find my own food. Let's go out, do something fun. And I totally agree. It's and I think that's why I enjoy so much also being at Voss, because no matter what we do, we're always outside. So I live in Bergen City, where we're at now, and I'm rarely out of my apartment. I go sometimes in Fjellveien just behind here, but it's you spend a lot of time indoors, especially now with coronavirus and stuff like that.
That's not an excuse to stay inside.
No, it's not.
There's a lot of things you can do outside, anytime, any place, anywhere.
Yeah. So have you done any like new things lately?
No.
Nothing? Well, you started climbing. You took me climbing a couple of times.
I've been climbing a little bit this year.
Bouldering.
Yeah, bouldering mostly. Now with COVID, it's closed, so I don't have that opportunity.
Yeah.
I go for a swim. I go for a hike. Trying to do something fun in the woods. But
Yeah. You also had a 30-day swimming challenge.
Yeah.
Where you donated money to the hospital clowns, Sykehusklovnene. That was a cool thing to do. How'd you get into that? I'm
one of the lucky guys that actually gets money to go for a swim.
Yeah.
But I can say death diving, I can say ice swimming, I can say anything, but for me, I get money to have fun in the water.
Yeah.
So I was thinking I should do something fun, because the time when with the COVID and everything, it sucks, especially for people that doesn't have that opportunity to go out and do that. So for me, I wanted to give something back. Yeah. And then I have never been to the hospital as a kid, but everyone I've been talking to with Sykehusklovnene or hospital clowns talk so good about them. And when I was thinking about kids and children in the hospital, I think that's the people that has the worst at the moment, because you don't have the opportunity to have your family. You have like the closest one, of course, your parents and sisters, but it stops there. So the only people you see is the one in the hospital.
Can't have your friends visiting or nothing, right?
I couldn't imagine. So that was natural for give them something.
Yeah.
And I gave something. A lot of people joined me on the 30 days swim challenge. And also a lot of people gave money to something good.
Yeah.
So.
How much did you collect?
Something just under 20,000.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah.
I'm really happy about that.
Yeah. I really hope more people follow your example. And if you're a healthy guy and you do something cool, that guy or girl who does something cool that you can actually have people watch, find some way to help other people. I think is really important. And that's, I think everybody should do that more often.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're scared of babies, but you also help kids in the hospital. That's pretty good. But what gives you goosebumps? What is the thing that when you see it or hear it or experience it, you're like, look at your arm and like, oh man, this is it. This is so cool.
That depends. It could be something good. Like when I met the hospital clowns, that was a really good experience for me. But also standing on top of the tower in the World Championship or Bergen Døds or Døds or the big ones where we have a lot of people and just standing on top there, a couple of thousand people waiting for you to do something just stupid or crazy or anything. That's
yeah, so you like a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, the feeling when something special happens.
Yeah, I agree. I've been standing a lot on stage with the dancing, playing thousands of shows for thousands of people. And one of the things that sometimes you can actually feel it just standing backstage and listening to the crowd talk to each other, because you feel their expectations. Yeah. That now there's something cool happening, and I even get goosebumps now talking about it, because that feeling that when you feel that you're about to do something special, that's a really good feeling.
That's the best.
Yeah, and one of the times I can remember that I got a lot of goosebumps was the first time I experienced a base jump with my own eyes live, and that was one of the most like out of body experiences, because it felt like I just witnessed someone die, but they lived.
Yeah,
because
it looks so amazing.
It looks amazing, and I know you have a weak spot for base jumping, and I'm gonna support you all the way. But safety first, man. You need to find a good coach.
It's gonna be the right day.
Yeah, the right day. But you probably have a good like body position for doing base jump exits.
The exit, it's pretty good. That's the thing I do almost every day in the summer. That's the same exit as that's.
Yeah, but you can see all the base jumpers. They usually stand still or do some running. But knowing you're probably gonna run your life, like your life depended on it. Just throwing yourself, hands to the side, or like...
No, take it there.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic Arne Haugland, Arne Haugland look. So, yeah, but back to base jumping. It was probably 4 or 5 years ago. It was the first time I got to be on the heli on top of in Gudvangen for the base jumping day at Veko. And there was Rebecca, Agvin Løkken. I hope I'm saying it right, Rebecca. And I was setting up my camera. I didn't have anything ready, and she was pretty fast. Like, I think she was really keen on jumping. So she was just like heading to the exit, getting ready, and then she faced with her back against the exit. And then she, for some reason, she looked at me, and then she just leaned back. And I just froze, and she fell off the cliff, and there was no sound. There was no nothing. And I've been watching a ton of base jump videos, like Jokke's Dreamlines and all the crazy things that you see on YouTube. And usually you expect that the point of no return, that once she leans all the way over, you expect the dubstep music to come and you expect that, but there was nothing. There was no sound. She just fell, and I was like, oh, she's gone. She's gone. She's dead. And then you heard, whoa. And I looked down, and she was flying, landing. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So,
and you wonder why I want to try it.
Yeah. But it really fascinates me, the point of no return, because once you decide to step out of the helicopter or the airplane, or you decide to go over the waterfall in a kayak, or there's a decision there that most people struggle with taking. And I think it goes for the same in, like, if it's sport or business or family life. Like, there's a point of no return in everyone's life. If that's, like, for you, the point of no return is probably having a baby. But for other people, it's like signing the lease contract for a new office, or...
by the way, congratulations.
Thank you. So the next podcast is probably going to be from a new office, which I'm pretty stoked on.
We're going to be the first and last one here.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. But once you step over the point of no return in what you do, let's say you're on a 20-meter cliff and you're about to run, or, well, you're probably standing on 20 meters, and then stretch and face your belly against the water and try to tuck in as late as possible.
Yeah.
If it was me, I would just jump and then tuck in and think, I hope Jesus saves me or something, because this is not going to end well. But you actually try to have your body open all the way down. Yeah. So what goes on your mind when you step over the edge?
Nothing. It's just 2 seconds with just nothing.
Huh.
I jump out, see that I'm fine, relaxing, and just wait for it.
Yeah. But what makes you decide, all right, now I'm doing it?
That depends. I had one, most of the times it's just okay. It's like, fuck it, I'm going to do it.
Mm.
The one that has been struggling with was the one in Kristiansand. It was windy and it was raining. And
was that when you jumped from the balcony?
Yeah. We went on a balcony. It's 22.5 meters from the top.
Yeah.
So we were standing there. We were talking a lot. Me and Emil was talking. Should we do it, or who are we doing it for? The camera or ourselves?
Yeah. Because that's an important part, right?
Because it's really important, especially from when you're passing 20 meters. And there was some elements because we had to jump out 2 meters because of again, what's
the docks. You have. There's not just stepping on
the water
edge.
is 2 meters, starting 2 meters from the edge, so we had to jump a little bit out.
Yeah.
The takeoff was slippery because it was raining. It was a lot of wind, so we were discussing: should we do it or should we not? And are we doing it for ourselves or the camera? And after a while, we started to get a little bit comfortable. So I took on the shorts, and I was ready.
Yeah.
And then Emil said, I'm going to do it. Okay, feel free. And he went for it. And then went down a little bit again, like, fuck, should I do it or should I not?
And how high was it?
22 and a half.
22 and a half.
So that point, I went up standing on this glass, what's that in English?
Like a glass railing.
Yeah, glass railing. I was standing on top of it, one foot on the railing and one on the table. And I was just standing there, just thinking, should I do it, should I not? And I think I was standing for like 10 seconds or something. It felt like a long time.
Yeah.
And then it just clicked.
Yeah, you just did it.
Yeah. I didn't count down anything. I was just standing there like, yeah, jump. And then I went for it. And then I jumped, and then I did a 360. Just went out on my back, just looking up and turn around, and yeah. It's 2 seconds was just nothing for me. It's the best feeling, but at the same time, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's just, you're out of everything.
Yeah. I just spent some time with Jamie Sutton and Doug Sandvik yesterday. I was filming them for another segment that we have on our YouTube channel called This Is, and then fill in the blank sport. So yesterday we were filming for This Is Kayaking with Jamie, and they went up by Voss Klatrepark. There's a huge drop. I don't know, it's like between 8 and 10 meters probably.
It's jumpable.
It's jumpable. You're not ever going to jump there, but they were going there with their kayaks, and it looks so insane. It is so much water and so much noise, and that's one of the things that when I'm at Veko, I really think that like kayaking and longboarding kayaking, speed riding, and mountain biking. That's the craziest sports for me, I think.
Everybody should look at the whitewater kayaking. It's crazy.
It's insane. But also I think it's the perfect sport. Yes,
it's not only me.
Yeah. No, I think actually kayaking is the perfect sport for Veko, because usually for some reason it's always nice weather, or at least not raining when there's kayaking. You can sit all the way along the river banks. You can have a beer or some nice food and just enjoy people competing in a head-to-head competition, and it's just like a nice day at the river. But what's actually going on is they're putting their life on the line to go down these insane rapids.
The Holy Diver, that's the most insane you can do on EKSTREMSPORTVEKO.
Is that the big one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they did yesterday, right?
Yeah, that's big waterfalls.
Yeah, it's just, I can show you did you see the one I posted yesterday?
No.
It's just Jamie here at so there's a lot of water.
That's a lot.
There's a lot of water.
But the Holy Diver, that when they're going on the big waterfall, going down, it's so much rocks, it's so much. For me, that's the most insane thing that week.
Yeah.
It's if you are on EKSTREMSPORTVEKO, make sure you make time to go look at that one. Because for me, I'm doing a lot of sports, but that's the craziest one. I've been watching base jumping, I've been watching mountain biking, I'm actually doing mountain biking, the longboarding, everything. They're really cool. Love it. Of course, you should watch me on the depth diving. But of course, Lokstute is awesome, but nothing can compete about the Holy Diver.
Yeah, it's insane. Can I just pull you a little bit you're getting in the camera?
Oh, I was outside the camera.
Okay, so we've been through a lot of things, but you're mostly a depth diver. Yeah. That's what you're like professional at, right? So then it's the natural thing to talk a couple of minutes about Lokstute before we round this first episode of Veko podcast off. So Lokstute, what's that?
That's a diving, freestyle and depth diving competition. It's on Demo, eller Flatlandsmoen. It's a 11-12 meters ramp in the woods. It's my definitely favorite spot for cliff jumping, by far.
Like ever?
Ever, yeah, definitely my favorite. Yeah, because the surroundings are really awesome. You have the water, you have the mountains all the way around, and most of the time you have snow on the mountains.
During summer.
Yeah. Especially before July, it's snow on the tops.
Yeah.
And when you're jumping there, you're starting in the wood.
Yeah.
Like in the forest, you're start running and you run between the trees and you just jump out and then, I don't know, it's just so nice there and the ramp is good.
Yeah, it's a really sturdy ramp.
Yeah,
it feels.
It
really
looks
safe.
like it's built by some local guys, but it's really good and everything just is perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect, and people are bringing their floaties and inflatable boats to like hang around.
Yeah, in the competition,
all
it's awesome because you have people all the way around on the other side, and in the forest, it's just people on every side.
And they have a DJ there as well. I really think that you have like Vossa Kött should come with like a hot dog stand or something. That I really miss that, but it's definitely one of the most spectator friendly sports as well.
Yeah,
because you have like diving competition, but it's also freestyle, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
right?
The freestyle you're supposed to land with your feet, and you have the diving with your head or hands first.
Yeah,
and then you have the depth diving.
Yeah,
so you get everything, and it's a competition for many people. You have skiers that's coming for the freestyle. You have divers for the diving, and then you got us.
Yeah,
and there's always one guy that belly flops or do something really stupid every single year.
Yeah. There's also a lot of people from all over the country, all over the world actually, that comes to be a part of Veko, but also Lokst, because it's become a pretty popular contest. There's also, I think there was 1 year a base jumper and a big wave surfer called Niccolo Pocella. I think he's Italian. He won, and he did some crazy things there. But also, what's the guy who always shows up at the Lokstutøvek is Klaus Finne, local hero in Voss, and always pulls out a double flip. And
it's always something double, like a dub 10 or something on the freestyle, maybe a double on the diving. And I think this year he's going to win the overall on Lokstutøvek.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Hey, what about me?
Well, you're gonna do the death diving, but but
Klaus is stepping up on the death diving, and that's been his weak point on that competition.
Yeah.
Now he has everything.
Yeah, he's becoming a pretty good death diver.
Because I think it was 2018 he didn't death dive at all because he didn't dare to do it.
Yeah,
he's a little bit chicken, but now he's up there. Now he's 10 meters, no problem. So
he even qualified, tried qualifying for the World Championship, right?
Yeah.
But I heard the judge, he arrived with a cowboy hat and some boots and did a line dance on top to like show the real Vossing in him.
He forgot that the judges are from Oslo.
But the really funny thing is that we were doing a project in Vatnahalsen, a ski project with Klaus and Benjamin Fortun and Kristoffer Granbom and some other guys. And then we were eating dinner at the restaurant at Vatnahalsen Hotel, and we were talking about exactly this. We were talking about Klaus's death diving and the line dancing and stuff. And then we're like, yeah, the owner of the hotel was there.
That's Pata, right?
Yeah. and then Klaus was like, yeah, they probably didn't like my dance. And he's like, no, we didn't like it. We were like, what? Yeah, I was one of the judges. And we were last. It was the best. It was the best. Petter is a really cool guy.
He is.
Yeah. All right. I think we're gonna round it off here. I wish you all the best for next week, next year's Veko.
Yeah,
honorable citizen of us, because I hear some rumors in the hallways that you're going to try to do it a second time.
Of course.
So what is going to be, how are you going to step up your game from last time? Because last time there was a lot of things that you just tried for the first time. Are you going to put in some work this year to get some extra points?
It's going to be something different this year. I'm not going to compete in more than 10, I think. It's going to be a lot of competitions, but I'm going to put more effort into the whitewater kayaking, the riverboarding, of course.
Oh, that looks cool.
That's probably the best experience I had on EKSTREMSPORTVEKO.
Okay, I'll join you on that one.
That's really cool. Yeah. So I'm going to put a little bit effort in there. Now I know how it is and what to do. And of course, the skydiving. I went secondary last year, so hopefully I can get it on
first
the podium.
Place. Yeah,
at least on the podium, because that's a lot of points. The speed climbing, hopefully on the podium again. And I will try to do the mountain biking. I will definitely try to do the sports I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it for the points. I'm going to do it for me and to have fun and just enjoy it. But I know if I do everything I want to do, then I'm going to win.
Cool. All right. It was great talking to you. Tell people where they can find you. You have a pretty epic Instagram and TikTok pages. So where can people find you?
Arne Haugland. That's on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, so that's AV Haugland. We're going to put it in this description below. Right there. And so thanks a lot. It was a blast talking to you, and see you soon.
See you, man.
Peace.